Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a look outside our weather window from this Wednesday afternoon. And I'll tell you what, it was a windy one out there today. Not so bad this morning, but it sure came up this afternoon. This is a look from high atop the Cascadian in downtown Wenatchee, looking north. And you can see we did see some clearing skies this afternoon, and that allowed our temperatures to warm up. But boy, with that wind, things really felt chilly out there. And I'll tell you, the mountain's really seeing some good snow right now. In fact, there's a winter storm warning for both Snoqualmie and Stevens Pass until tomorrow night. About a foot of snow could fall on both passes. Also some blowing snow. So things not so great if you're heading over the mountain passes. We don't have a lot to talk about now, but just wait until the weekend. And we'll get to that coming up a little bit later on in your weather forecast. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A Moses Lake chiropractor has lost his license for at least the next 3 years for fondling his patients. A Moses Lake nurse who diverted morphine for her own use faces up to 10 years in federal prison. And the Michigan man accused of attacking and strangling a Wenatchee hotel worker is now charged with attempted murder. But first, our top story tonight. The 76-year-old driver of a horse-drawn sleigh was killed last Thursday afternoon in Leavenworth after a wheel fell off and he was thrown from the sleigh. Chelan County Coroner Wayne Harris said 4 people riding on the Icicle Outfitters sleigh were able to get out safely after that wheel came off. But as driver Frederick Duzon was trying to get control of the horses, they spooked and he was thrown from the sleigh and hit his head on a boulder. The accident happened about 3:45 p.m. near the Leavenworth Fish Hatchery on a back road near the river. The horses reportedly had to be rescued from the river. Harris said Duzon was killed by blunt impact to his head. A Moses Lake chiropractor has lost his license for at least the next 3 years for fondling his patients. The 42-month suspension comes 5 years after the State Department of Health began investigating Richard Rebelia. 11 women patients testified that Rebelia exposed their breasts unnecessarily and touched them inappropriately during those treatments. He has never been criminally charged. Before his license can be reinstated, DOH says Rebelia must pay a $5,000 fine, pass a psychosexual evaluation, and notify all potential patients of his case, among other requirements. He also must be chaperoned if he ever treats female patients again. A Moses Lake nurse who diverted morphine for her own use faces up to 10 years in federal prison. 40-year-old Esther Ray Tuller pleaded guilty Monday in Spokane Federal Court to tampering with morphine medication. She's due to be sentenced on March 17th. Tuller worked as a registered nurse at the Confluence Health's Moses Lake Clinic between August 2019 and April 2020, where she used syringes to remove morphine from at least 17 vials for her own use and then replace the morphine with saline solution. Authorities say her thefts had at least one Confluence Health patient to be rushed to the emergency room after being treated with the adulterated painkiller. In addition to possible prison time, Tuller must face a $250,000 fine and up to 3 years of court supervision. The Michigan man accused of attacking and strangling a Wenatchee hotel worker is now charged with attempted murder. 33-year-old James Lawrence Jackson Smith has been jailed since the alleged attack back on May 20th at the North Miller Street Super 8 motel. Chelan County prosecutors filed a new attempted murder charge this week on top of the initial counts of first-degree assault and kidnapping. Wenatchee police say he lured the hotel staffer to his room, complaining of a broken toilet, and then attacked her from behind and tried to choke her until she was able to break free. Jackson Smith then fled in a vehicle and was caught by East Wenatchee police on Highway 28 just south of the city. Prosecutors say they've made a plea offer in the case. If he does not accept it, Jackson Smith faces trial beginning next week. Well, coming up next, an investigation into employment practices at a Mattawa orchard company can proceed. State Senator Brad Hawkins says it should be easier for small school districts to consolidate. After 9 months of work and community input, the Chelan County PUD and the city of Wenatchee on Tuesday unveiled their 15-year master plan for Riverfront Park. And Mission Ridge Ski and Board Resort will open tomorrow at 9 a.m. after more than a week off because of unseasonably warm temperatures. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
When it comes to finding a memory care community, you want the very best. You want to know that your loved one is safe and receiving compassionate care in a loving environment. Fieldstone Memory Care is an innovative assisted living community designed for those with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. You'll find a community specifically designed to enrich residents' lives. The Fieldstone team is here to help you navigate the important decisions you face when a loved one has dementia or Alzheimer's. Welcome home to Fieldstone.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think he's had there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
Welcome back. In another news, an investigation into employment practices at a Mattawa orchard company can proceed. The State Court of Appeals ruled on Tuesday that the State Attorney General has authority to investigate King Fuji Ranch, suspected of deceptive practices in its hiring of H-2A agricultural workers from Mexico in 2018. King Fuji sued to head off the investigation, saying immigrant labor investigations are the province of the federal government. But a Grant County court and now the appeals court says the Attorney General probe can go forward under the Washington Consumer Protection Act. King Fuji Ranch is owned by Michael Tagaris of Richland. State Senator Brad Hawkins says it should be easier for small school districts to consolidate. The 12th District Republican has pre-filed a bill to increase construction funds for districts that agree to merge. He says this might incentivize small districts to consolidate with similar districts nearby, which in turn could reduce the amount of tax money each district spends per student. State records show small districts in Hawkins' constituency have spent up to $27,000 per student last academic year, compared to a roughly $17,000 statewide average. Well, after 9 months of work and community input, the Chelan County PUD and City of Wenatchee on Tuesday unveiled their 15-year master plan for Riverfront Park. The plan includes 14 projects in 3 phases stretching from south of Pybus Market to just north of 5th Street. Work on the first phase will begin next year and include building a splash pad and creating separate paths on the Apple Capitol Loop Trail for pedestrians and bike riders. The splash pad will be next to the restrooms north of the 5th Street roundabout and also will include a new picnic pavilion. The first phase, which will run through 2026, also will include a train-themed play area and improvements to the depot for the Wenatchee Riverfront Railway. The first phase will cost between $4 and $4.5 million, with most of the expense split evenly between the PUD and the city. Mission Ridge Ski and Board Resort will reopen tomorrow at 9 a.m. after more than a week off because of unseasonably warm temperatures. The ski hill outside Wenatchee achieved its Thanksgiving weekend opening date goal this year, but record-breaking warmth forced the shutdown right after. Colder weather on the mountain this week allowed Mission Ridge workers to resume around-the-clock snowmaking efforts. The Stevens Pass Ski Resort has not yet announced an opening date for the season, but did say yesterday that conditions are improving and it too could come as soon as next week. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Introducing Alpine Air Man. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in north central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today. Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
Now, am I looking into this camera, or am I looking, where am I looking?
We're going to have you just look at
The holiday season is coming, and Santa's making his 15-second commercial for NCWLIFE channel. Are you?
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel. And welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Events at the Town Toyota Center have returned in full force with concerts, special events, the Wenatchee Wild hockey team, and this month, the Christmas extravaganza, Holiday Dreams. In tonight's feature story, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz talked with Town Toyota General Manager Mark Miller about what it's like to operate the arena under the state's COVID-19 restrictions and the improvements to the facilities that were made during the long downtime.
Are you guys back to normal? Pretty much. But here's where we are. We are safety first, right, and firm believers in that. We will be following the mandates for arenas, which means masks are required, if you're not actively eating or drinking. Also, vaccination cards are also now a part of the process. So you can just flash your Vax card. If you don't have a vaccination card, a negative test within the past 72 hours will also suffice. So it will be a safe environment for all. And as a matter of fact, even if where the world is, and yet again, we need people here, with us enjoying live entertainment. But if it's something of the safety factor that's still a part of your world, then you can also pay it forward. So you can bring a first responder or bring someone else that wants to support live entertainment, which is so desperately important, and give those away to someone that will enjoy it. So you can pay it forward, but yes, there'll be safety protocols here for the Cirque-style Holiday Extravaganza show, December 15th. The Town Toyota Center went complete new touchless restrooms as a part of a safety first protocol, and then yes, a new sound system has been installed and is up and running for Wild Games. And I think our goal was, until when we welcome our patrons back, is they see the first-class, high-impact entertainment center that we strive to be.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great hump day Wednesday. And boy, that wind out there today made it feel awfully chilly. This was about the only camera that Malcolm could find that wasn't shaking all over in the wind today. This is our Rude Canyon Sky-Fi Tower camera. We did see a lot of blue sky about mid-afternoon today after a fairly cloudy morning. But temperatures were allowed to climb today because of that sort of Chinook wind effect that we had out there today. 46, our unofficial high temperature. That's 11 degrees above where we should be at 35 for this time of year. Record high, 52 degrees, and that was set back in 1991. Low temperature this morning, 31. 26 is our normal low, and our record was set back in 1972, 1 degree below zero. We picked up another trace of precipitation. That was early this morning. Did you see the rainbow this morning after that rain shower? A lot of you posted it on social media. Beautiful shot this morning. Our precipitation through this year now sits at 5.15. Sunrise 7:36 this morning, and the sunset this afternoon at 4:10. Let's go ahead now and take a look at what we can expect temperature-wise as we get you into Thursday. Good news for Thursday, a lot less wind tomorrow. We will see a few more clouds though, and that could keep our temperatures down. 40 degrees from Moses Lake to Ephrata, Quincy, and into Wenatchee tomorrow. 38, the high temperature for Leavenworth, and up in the Omak, Okanagan, Tenasket area, about mid to upper 30s for your high temperature. Let's take a look at that surface loop now. And tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies, big, strong northwesterly flow still coming into Washington State. We do expect less wind as we get into our evening hours. Low temperatures overnight tonight in the upper 20s. For Thursday, mostly cloudy skies. The first wave off a great big area of low pressure will move into Washington State on the upside of that ridge. That'll bring us about a 30% chance for possibly a rain-snow mix. High temperatures tomorrow, we talked about it, around 40 degrees. Mostly cloudy for Friday, maybe an isolated shower. Most of that should stay in the Cascades. High temperatures for Friday in the lower 40s, but as we get into Saturday, this system moves just a little bit south, and here is a warm front that will come through first. That'll warm us up on Saturday, but a 90% chance of mainly rain showers Saturday, highs in the upper 40s. This unstable weather will continue over the next few days, then past the weekend. Sunday, once again, a 30% chance for rain, high temperatures rather in the low 40s. And then as we get you to the first part of next week, not much is going to change. That low that was up here will slide just off the coast of Oregon, and this is a very favorable flow for us to see rain, and I think we'll see a rain-snow mix on Monday. A 70% chance of that happening, with highs once again near 40. And as we get you into the end of our 7-day forecast Tuesday, cloudy skies, a 50% chance for once again rain and snow showers with high temperatures near 40 degrees. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. Tonight, 29 the overnight low, a 30% chance for a rain-snow mix on Thursday, and 40 degrees for Friday. Mostly cloudy, 42. We'll see showers begin developing after midnight on Friday, and that will make for a very wet Saturday. Cloudy skies, a 90% chance. I think mainly rain, mainly because our temperatures will be in the mid to upper 40s. 30% chance for a rain-snow mix on Sunday, and then that chance for the wet stuff just goes up as we get into Monday. 70%, a 50% on Tuesday, with high temperatures both days near 40 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
What's the best way to attract a wide variety of beautiful birds to your backyard? By offering the birds the right foods in expertly designed bird feeders from Wild Birds Unlimited. Whether you've been feeding the birds for a while or are just getting started, let our backyard bird feeding specialists show you how to add a little joy to your life and make nature a part of every day. Shop now for exclusive bird foods, feeders, hardware, and more. Wild Birds Unlimited. Products designed by experts. Trusted local advice.
I'm Dr. Wayne Latimer. I'm a chiropractic physician. I have postgraduate certifications in both whiplash, trauma, and rehab, as well as sports medicine. The location is great. The light and the visibility, the 17-foot ceilings are fantastic. You can go into a lot of clinics, and it's very clinical. People really like the spa environment, so my whole premise was take a spa environment, add the very serious rehab, and give people an enjoyable way to get better over time.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. Let's start things off with a look at the Les Schwab scoreboard from last night. First of all, in boys basketball, Wenatchee defended its home court last night with a non-league win over Hanford by a score of 59-42. Moses Lake topped Ephrata 66-55. Chelan clobbered Cashmere, and Quincy down Cascade 71-29. Turning to the smaller schools from last night in boys basketball, Lake Roosevelt won by 3 over Omak. Brewster beat Manson. Bridgeport had no trouble with Pateras, and Soap Lake stopped Entiat. It was Liberty Bell over Oroville, and Okanagan topped Tonasket 85-62. Turning to the Les Schwab girls basketball scoreboard from last night. First of all, the larger schools. Hanford topped Wenatchee 51-37. Moses Lake beat Walla Walla 53-44. Quincy quieted Cascade. Cashmere got by Chelan, and it was Lake Roosevelt over Omak. In other action, it was Brewster downing Manson 58-26. Pateras popped Bridgeport. Liberty Bell held Oroville to just 12 points, and Okanagan beat Tonasket 66-33. Well, we have one women's college basketball score to pass along, and that is Eastern Washington University over Multnomah. Get that score, 102-61 the final. Coming up tonight, Washington State plays at Gonzaga at 6 o'clock. Unfortunately, that one's not on TV. Men's college basketball tonight, Eastern Washington plays at Colorado at 5. That game just underway on ESPN, by the way. Washington State playing host to Weber State at 7 o'clock, and we also found out that that is on ESPN. Well, the Seattle Kraken are back on the home ice tomorrow night against Winnipeg. The Jets come to Climate Pledge Arena, 6th in the Atlantic Division at 12-9-4. Kraken next to last in the Pacific at 9-14-2, trying to bounce back from a 6-1 loss to Pittsburgh. Coach Dave Haxtell was pleased to have defenseman Mark Giordano on the ice yesterday in practice after sitting out for 10 days with COVID.
You know what? I honestly haven't talked to Gio about it. I'm, first day today, getting him back on the ice. Like I said, I haven't talked to him personally about it, so we'll, we got a full day of practice tomorrow before our game day. So, I'm knowing Gio, he's going to be shooting for and pushing, for Thursday night.
Giordano says it was a total shock to him to learn that he had tested positive for COVID-19.
It was the day of the Tampa game. We got tested in the morning. Didn't think anything of it. Obviously, went to the room. I had my pregame meal, went to the room, and then got a call from our athletic trainer telling me that I tested positive and I needed to get a couple more tests just to confirm it. And they were both positives as well. And then the process starts. So it's quarantine, stay in your room, and just wait it out from that point on.
Seattle and Winnipeg drop the puck tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. That game broadcast on Root Sports Northwest. On Local-Tel, we learned yesterday that Kraken Game's not available to Charter Spectrum customers. Well, the Wenatchee Wild turned out to Fred Meyer to help the NCW Community Toy Drive yesterday. They were able to help collect 258 toys, nearly $600 in cash. Wenatchee travels to Merritt this Saturday and West Kelowna on Sunday in BCHL play. Travis Bonnet, a defenseman for the Wild, says they hope to take the final 2 periods of play against Penticton last weekend and apply it to this coming weekend.
Yeah, I think we got a good group of guys in the room this year, and we're so close to getting those wins, so just got to put in that extra work, and I think it's going to come for us.
Okay. It's been kind of tough. You guys have been kind of a walking wounded, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. We're down a lot of guys right now, but on the weekend we found a way to put together a good game there in Penticton, and we got it done, so just got to move forward from that.
Ben and Jack Ivey, who are 2 twin brothers who play forward for the Wenatchee Wild, say they truly believe they'll be able to get a winning streak together starting this weekend.
We have 2 games this weekend. We're hoping to win both of them, and then the 3-3 at home. We should come out on top, and once we get those games going, we should be able to roll for the rest of the season. Yep.
Tell me about the Penticton. You guys, the last 2 periods, you guys played great. So is that kind of the word from coach? Is that's how we want to play it?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't disappointed at all. I thought those were our best 2 periods of the whole year, to be frank. So he was honestly really happy about our effort.
Since the Wild boys were collecting toys yesterday at Fred Meyer to help out the NCW Community Toy Drive, we asked them what the best toy was they ever received growing up as kids.
My mom got me a giant Lego set of Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, it took my dad about the whole day to put it together because I didn't want to, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
How old were you?
Oh, I was probably 5, 6.
First video game I got, first video console, yeah. I think I was like 4 or 5 also. Got the PS3, so that was pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So any particular game that you're like locked into?
Call of Duty.
I don't know, that's a tough one. As a kid, you ask for a lot of different things, so I think my favorite was probably ping pong table.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old were you when you got that?
13, 14.
I got this electric dirt bike when I was a kid, and I would rip around on that in the driveway and that, so probably that.
How old were you?
I was 8, I believe, 8 or 9.
You know the movie when he gets a BB gun and they say you shoot your eye out? I got that and didn't shoot my eye out, but took one to the chest and that hurt pretty bad.
I got this giant Hot Wheels set with slides and a conveyor belt to put the Hot Wheel back up. That was pretty cool.
How old were you when you got that?
I think I was 7. I was the happiest I've ever been.
Holy cow.
Seeing that giant present.
I'm not going to say one thing. I'm just going to say Legos in general because I remember getting them every year. I was excited every year. I enjoyed building them. So I would just say the Lego sets.
So now, are we going back to Legos that were just blocks and you made up whatever you did? Or
Lego sets. So like Star Wars in particular.
Okay.
I got a lot of Star Wars Legos that I loved building. So.
Okay. Boy, and if you haven't priced things lately, those Lego sets are not cheap. Wenatchee, by the way, plays at Merritt Saturday night at 7 o'clock, West Kelowna Sunday at 2:30. You can hear the games locally on 560 KPQ or 1340 The Hawk. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan.
Thank you very much, Grant. Get your Thursday going with Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll have your latest weather forecast. We'll take you up to the major mountain passes where it's going to be a pretty dicey commute if you have to go over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house. We'll let you know what's going on there. We'll have news. We'll have sports. We'll have Today in History. We'll have some celebrity birthdays. Mike Mad Dog McNaughty will have an opinion for you. And tomorrow is Thursday. Pause for Pets. That means there'll be an animal for the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society who needs a permanent home. We'll check in with that as well. Get your day going Thursday the right way, which is live and local right here on television, or as we like to say in the business, TV. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night. News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel.